Okay, we are going to be checking the contents of a cache tote that's been in the ground for 2 or 3 years. We're not really sure when we tossed this out there, the year exactly. According to the map, to find it, this is supposed to be a group main rations case. So this is going to have things like rice, beans, ramen, and that type of stuff. This is one of the earlier cases that we put out. So the contents of this is different than what they are currently. We decided to rotate the stuff in this cache because we had items that we had to pull from other cases because of dates. And we're going to open this one up and have a look. Now, this one was located relatively close to a stream. It wasn't anywhere in the floodplain, but you know, it was fairly close, so the ground was staying a little bit damp for most of the time. Now, you'll see there's some holes in this. That's actually from us when we were bringing it out. When we checked this in the ground, there was no holes anywhere visible on top. The only holes that we did find in the bags was on the bottom, and that was probably from when this case originally was taken out there. It probably scraped against some trees or something like that. So let's open this up here. There is a little moisture on the inside underneath the first bag. Now the inner bag so the third and final layer of bag, no visible moisture on top. Nothing in the folds. So, and it's still got kind of a vacuum seal to it, so it might have held out good. Okay, this is an A case. No major damage from anything going over the top. Open it up inside. So this one went in the ground in 2021. So 2 years. So we got our inventory sheet, which is in a bag. It is dry. So far, no evidence at all of moisture. Freeze-dried dessert, matches, no moisture. Some bean soups, and these look perfectly fine. Bag of soup mix, no signs of moisture. Tea looks fine. Bag of chili looks fine. Toilet paper, no evidence of moisture. Ramen looks okay. Looks okay. No evidence of moisture. No evidence of moisture. This is, I think these are chicken noodle soup pouches and they look just fine. More soup, no evidence of moisture. No evidence of moisture. More ramen. Spices, nothing looks degraded. No evidence of moisture. Lentils, split peas. No evidence of moisture. Rice, just fine. Can of coffee. No rust. Can came out just fine. No damages on the tote. Plastic is still flexible. There's no cracking on it. So 2 years in the ground, and the Cache tote came out great. Let's look on the underside of the bags though. Let's see. So yes, there was some tears, even on the inner bag right here, but moisture never got inside. We were kind of hoping, and the evidence when we got the dirt off is that the pressure from the dirt would sandwich the layers of plastic together and potentially keep out most of the moisture, and it looks like that theory worked. So 2 years in the ground, to include 2 very hard winters of very below zero temperatures, which are very hard on plastic. The Cache tote passed. There's no evidence of moisture anywhere on the contents. So we did figure out something though, which was not done with this original tote. Other ones that we hiked out to the patrol base area where this was located at, we learned to take a section of corrugated cardboard and tape it loosely to the bottom of the box to protect the plastic bag liners in case we had to set it down. This particular patrol base is in really rough terrain. We couldn't get anything in there by cart. It had to be hand carried, and cases like this are typically around 40 to 50 pounds is what we pack them for. And humping that over distance, over things, around things, crossing creeks, you know, up hills, down hills, across ravines and everything, it really wears on you. So that's one lesson learned. Forest form placing, if you can't put it on a cart or in a vehicle to roll on, roll off, protect the bag as best you can. Corrugated cardboard will work just fine. Tape it to the bottom, and who cares if it stays on there even as you put the tote in the ground, because it'll just decay, rot away, and who cares. So, but this was 100% a success. Nothing's compromised. No signs of moisture inside the tote. None of the bags look like they're compromised, even with a few holes in the outer plastic bags. Now, one thing that we discussed when we were uncovering this in the field, if you plan on reburying these, because after you take only partial of some of the items, one thing you can do is lay sections of log, say, you know, just a couple inches thick in diameter, over the top of the totes, so that as you're digging down, you know, you hit the log, you know, hey, the tote's directly underneath the log, so that you're not digging down and putting the shovel right through the lid of the tote or damaging the plastic liner on the outside. If you're going to rebury them, We talked about it. It would probably be better to put the extra bags to recover the case inside the tote itself, probably right on top of the items, because if you put it on the outside in that empty space on the lid, right below the outer plastic bags, you run the risk of puncturing those as you're digging with the shovel to uncover it. So there you go, proof of concept. It worked. 100% pass on this one. Not a PVC tote, not a gasketed bucket, just a basic Sterilite tote from Walmart. And it passed. So there you go. For all my engineer brothers in the Patriot Militia movements, always remember, essay ons.